Alright, what's going on, FIFA Faithful? Operation Sports guys, how are we doing? This is Matt 10. So, just wanted to address just a couple things here. I'm playing this as I commentate, so you might get a little pauses here and there, but just want to talk a little bit about what's going on, where we at on sliders post-patch. So, post-patch is... I'm going to tell you guys, it's a really good patch update, especially for those of us who are offline players. And just to show you in this video here, we're using default everything, okay? It's not to say we're going to stay here. There's probably some things we need to look at. But in terms of as a base on where we can go, I would say this is probably the best base we've had in probably the last 2 or 3 FIFAs. It's really good. I would say FIFA 16 was probably the best of all time, but FIFA 19 is really close to that, guys. I mean, there's just an increase, and you'll see it here as we start to play, just an increase in the pass speed, which is pretty significant for me here. So just a little tap, and you see the ball just moves a lot more natural. And see, it just moves. And the way I do it in terms of how I determine pass speed, I watch the real matches and I count, like, how long does it take for a 5-yard pass to go? Maybe it takes about 2 seconds probably. 1, 2, 3, still took a little bit longer. Here, a harder pass. So, and you can see, and this is on semi-passing right here. So here I'm just moving the ball around. Look how the ball's, as soon as it's struck, there's an acceleration point, and then it gradually goes into the flow of the player collecting the ball. See, this is really nice how you can feel this. It doesn't look too fast. It doesn't look too slow either. There's a bad pass right there. But we recovered there well. We can try a lob pass. It's a little tricky with the manual lob pass that I have. But you can see, look at the computer's positioning. It's really quite good. Now here, they should step up. I'm going to go ahead and take a shot. Nice little block there. And so, as we kind of let them attack here. Now let's see how the computer attacks. There's a little variety. High ball there. Heavy touch there. Look at this ball right trying to go over the top. And this is all default, guys. And look at how they attack. Look how they stop the ball, go forward. Let's see what he does here. We're going to press a little bit. Nice little turn. Overcommitted on the right back there. Try a driven pass. It was blocked. Here they're doing a little high press as well, which is nice to see. We can get out of it if we can keep our composure. We didn't do that, but they returned the ball away. We're going to try a driven pass right there. Really nice. And then here on the out, and we'll take Schlupp here. Schlupp. And we're going to pass it off. This is MacArthur, I believe, over to Townsend. That's not a good pass. And here, now we're just going to kind of drop back. Just watch the passing lanes. Don't need to freak out. Sometimes players love to press the computer even though you're not set for a press. You just let them play with the ball. They'll make a mistake. No worries, And that's just a nice pass. And we can recover. Sacco's a decent player. And I love the press, so we're just going to get rid of it. Just try to reset, see if Townsend can do something. Obviously not. That's a little heavy touch again. You'd love to see that. Some physicality right there. So I'm trying to control a player. Nice little touch. See how he's just holding the ball? And that was nice. Look how and we're going to replay this. It might turn into a longer video, but I figured for those of you guys who don't have the patch, you'll probably appreciate this. So, computer's attack, not bombarding forward. Look at the runs off the ball. And you got the cursor here. Look at the runs off the ball. Here's going forward, running. This one's running, and they're on the flanks. But this, usually in the past, he'd be running right up there as soon as possible. But look how he gradually is moving. So he's even stopping. And here, just holding on to it. He can pass to him if he wants. Instead, he wants to take on the midfielder. And there, I'm kind of overcommitting. I probably shouldn't have done that. And then a nice little one-time pass. It's not on the ground either. It's just a little flick. And it sets him up, and now he has to do a half volley of sorts, and it's wayward. Just little things like that, guys, that you'll see in this patch update. Sorry for the crackling. That's one thing with the patch update that they kind of... I don't know what they did, but it started to come in. I think it might just be PC. Hopefully something that can be fixed, but it's not too concerning, but maybe turning it down or something. I'll look into that. But here again, Now Wolves are kind of getting momentum here. Here they're doing a little pass around. We're just kind of dropping back just a little bit. Van Hunholt's completely out of position. Could cross in and try to clear this out. Ball physics are nice. The ball kind of just hung up in the air a little bit. And that's another thing with ball physics. The ball's bigger. It's got more solid feel to it. It's not a bowling ball where before it was kind of just so heavy or overly heavy that it just had no response. You know, it just kind of what I always call like a waterlogged pitch. No longer is that the case here. Now you can see the passes, they move, but they're not so fast that you can't keep up to them. This is a nice build up again. He could drop it back, and he does. That's a nice cross in. We're just going to get rid of that. Try to hold him up here, see if we can do a little bit better. Oh, I'm not defending very well right now. But again, I mean, people would say, that right there was tiki-taka. No, it wasn't. They're just passing it back and forth. They're dribbling. They're trying to find passes. It's not dribble, pass. It's literally, you can see the computer's thinking here. And I'm unfortunately not able to get out of my spot here. So here we're just going to relieve pressure. I can take it with Van Aanholt, but I'm going to drop it back to Sacco. Oh, that's not Sacco. Drop it back to Tompkins. And we've got some space on the right side here. We're going to bring it up. Try to bring it up. See if we can get Townsend involved finally. Could play it in. Going to go in center. That's fine. Get Schlupp to take a strike. And that's a good counter right there for us. And you guys can see just the pace. It's not overbearing. And the ball moves nicely. The physics, like I said, are good. I was going to say most of the time the deflections off the corners or anything like that, the computer doesn't get the ball instantly. That was the one time I've really seen that. But here, again, I'm kind of backing off. I probably need to change up something because I'm really not doing as well as I should. It's a nice cross, but it's a weak cross. You know, it had plenty of power on it, but that's what you see in real life. You see bad crosses. They definitely happen. It's not like the pass errors on 70 or anything. It's on 50. And that's another thing as well. If you don't have, I think if it's music or if you don't have the commentary on, you start to get this silence as well, which is kind of annoying. But again, that's something I'll just have to look into. This is gameplay video after all. And here, I think we just got to do something a little bit better. Maybe press or something like that. But at the moment, they're really working us down the right-hand side. So let's see if we can get a little bit more. That's a kind of a weak pass. Townsend here. Pass it off to Milijovic. I can't pronounce names. You guys know this. And cross this in if I can. We'll defend it. Try at the left foot. Get in. Oh! And that was a nice little effort right there. I think that was Benteke. A little left-footed scissor. I think that's a timed finishing. That's pretty much on me. I haven't turned that off. I don't mind it. I just do it on accident. Like there, I double tap sometimes. And so I end up doing that on accident. Now, we're almost 30 minutes in, and you guys are like, wow, there's been no fouls. And I definitely agree that I would love more fouls. But when there is a chance for physicality, I feel like the referee will see them. It's just a matter if he's going to call them or not. Oh, I'm just backing off too much with Van Aanholt. And that was poor, but I recovered, thankfully. I'm just going to boot this out. Hopefully not a miss kick. That'll work. That's actually going to really... Oh, see, there's that heavy touch. It's on 50 first touch control error, and we're seeing heavy touches like that. That's because of the pass speed and just the ball speed in general. You guys can see, has it looked fast to you? It looks really good. And before somebody says something, I'm going to switch up the camera angle because everybody's, I've heard this before, and I think it's ridiculous, but I get it. Broadcast camera, you've got more of the crowd in the background. So it reduces the frames per second. Therefore, it could look a little slower. So here we're just going to use default, and we'll see how it looks. Personally, I don't mind default either. And so it's not bad. Not my favorite because I like angles on my cameras. And I really like a fixed point versus like a sideline, camera rolling up and down the side. I love how the crowd's just getting louder. It's a good ball out. Here's Schlupp. See if we can send Zaha down that side. Oh, he's got him. Cross it in. Nope, not good enough there. But this is also a good way to kind of see your distance between the lines. And see, this is how you notice how it got really quiet again. This is something I've noticed with the patch update. Hopefully that's just something because they're preparing to start a chant like they've just done. Here we can recover. Try to get this out. So you guys can see it hasn't been clinical. It's been, we're 30 minutes in here and it's not been great in terms of the quality of play. But I don't know if you guys have seen any issues. I'm very particular about the things I see. But if you were just to watch this, you'd be like, really, where are the issues at here? Other than fouls, and which I will completely agree with. And the thing about fouls, if any of you EA guys are watching, the thing with fouls is it's the absolute confirmation of a midfield. And more so, not just midfield, but just the confirmation that players are interacting and there's some physicality. And it's just confirmation that there's a resistance and it's being honored, And that's the thing. When you don't have fouls, it basically seems as if there's no resistance. Oh, this is going to be a tricky one. There we go. Get out. I think I can turn on this with Zaha. Oh, Benteke went the wrong way. Imagine that. Dio. Oh, what a ball. Let's see if we can hold him off. Oh, he tried to pass it in. Oh, we got to get out of here. Try to send it down the side. Nope. That's just great strategy. They are just high pressing. Oh, nice move there. And there we go. This is what I love about FIFA 19. The shots are just not clinical at times. And you have to love that. Here, I think I'm just getting too deep. I'm backing off a little bit. I'm probably going against what I should be doing. But I know that. And the fact that I know that, it's not, I'm going to be like, well, the game's too hard. I'm getting dominated by Wolves. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm not playing well. You've got to take ownership sometimes when you don't play well. Oh, let's see if I can pressure. Oof. They're moving really well down this left-hand side. So I can either go into defensive when they have it, because obviously I'm balanced. I'm not doing what I need to do. So I'll have to drop into defensive just to make sure. And I'll probably do that here on the next chance I get. There we go. We've dropped into defensive. Let's see if that changes anything other than controlling Townsend to go away. Uh-oh. Love the skill moves. There we go, referee. And offensive fouls are really nice. I saw this in pre-patch as well, but this is a nice little play. Love the step overs taking us on here. I don't know what I was doing with Townsend. I just let him kind of Ole out of there. But then here he's trying to get a 50-50 ball. Turns out wasn't a good one, and we got the foul. And that's another thing I said. The referee will recognize fouls. It just depends if he calls them or not. Oh, it's a good ball if I can get some pace. I think that's Schlupp. Wish that was Zaha. I think Zaha. Look at there we go. Look at that heavy touch. Oh, I can find Zaha. Nope. That's just poor again. And that was a little, see the advantage that they called there? There we go, down the right-hand side. Tompkins and Zacco here have switched sides. Get it out. Uh-oh, that's a nice ball back. Yeah, we're just going to get that out. And here, we just have to defend better, honestly. And here I'm still in defensive, I believe. And so I'm just going to stay in that mode and see what I can do. Oh, goodness. This is probably the worst I've defended in a long time. And I consider myself a decent defender. But, some of these moves that they're putting on me, and also I'm just really not paying attention. Sometimes I'm not the best with commentary and playing at the same time. But I really need to get my thoughts out there, which is why I wanted commentary in this one for you guys. That's a nice ball. Oop. Let's see if I can make that overlap, Van Aanholt. Let's see if I cross it in. Okay. Not a good cross. I kind of didn't aim that one at all. This might be a short pass. Nope. Yeah, it's kind of one of those ones that come back. I love this. Look how he just takes his time, and now he can send it up. There's just, as you guys can tell, there's just a little pace of play. It's like a rhythm that's in the game. As Wolves get closer to my goal, they kind of step it up a bit. They try a little bit more individuality. But as they're building up, if there's no resistance through the middle, then, they're going to find their players. Here I'm getting kind of stuck out of position. And see, I'm just going to try to drop, and that's good. We force that pass. I love that. It feels like they're playing under pressure as well. You can tell players that are trying, have a little pressure to perform. It's something I've always talked about since, the FIFA 15 days. And then try to get this out because we have pressure on us. And sometimes there's nothing wrong with that because see there, 50-50 ball finds Townsend, who now finds Benteke, who hopefully doesn't screw this up. Okay, good hold-up play. I see Miljovic go to Van Aanholt. See if we can take him on. Just dribble. I love that you can dribble. You can use a little pace. Oh, hold on to it a little bit. There we go. Back, slip at the top. I couldn't get to it. Got to wait for the run. Might be too much there. The moment's over. And I think that was deflected. And that's well done. That's well done. Oh, I love that. See, there's just little plays like that, guys. Just little understandings of like the ball physics. And I'm just going to show this sequence because, just so you can see everything that happened here. So first off, it's a play here. Actually, I'm going to go all the way back. Juan Basica, I think that's how you say his name. Again, pronunciation is not my forte. All right, so here, defender, I'm pressing as high, and I think, see, it slightly deflects against him. He's trying to kick it out of bounds, so I'm deflecting it. Probably didn't need to do that, but that's okay. And then have the kind of the mentality there to kind of super cancel back into position, head the ball into a dangerous spot, sends a ball up, really to nobody. The forward there, it's a 50-50 ball. He diving header for it. MacArthur here challenges, and look at his face. He knows the guy's going to come in, studs up, and we're going to slow this one down a bit. Look at that face. And then there it is. And then just a little play like that. And here we can switch it up. And now we're just going to continue on. It's just little things, like I said, about this game. Just the subtlety involved. And you really will miss it if you're focused too much on, the negative. Or listening to, the pro players who play FUT all day. Or Ultimate Team, and then... or competition and say, the defending's OP. It's not OP. It's actually playing football. It's playing the sport. And that's the problem. You're not playing exploit, FIFA anymore. Sorry. Not sorry. It's a lot of fun when you can appreciate the subtlety. There, I think that right there is an issue. I don't think this happens as often, but again, you can understand why the defender wanted to step. The problem is he's stepping to the wrong case here. So here Van Aanholt going a little bit more advanced, but there's no point in the number 3 there to step there, right? He needs to stay goal side, and that's a little too much goal side, but he needs to stay a little bit wider to block off that passing lane. So that's one. That's an issue, but that's not consistent. And now he's already recovered because I'm too slow. Again with the poor cross. I might have to switch to assisted crossing, honestly. But I hope you guys... I'm going to play this whole match out, so sorry it's a longer video, but, I haven't posted in a while. I hope you guys will appreciate that at least. Because I've really been enjoying this game, post-patch especially. Probably just so much subtlety post-patch. It's like they came back and they said, okay, the game that we released wasn't exactly how we wanted it to be released. Because it didn't use the 50-50, balls. It didn't use the first touch control correctly. The pass speed, was too slow. The ball speed in general was too slow. Oh, keep it in. And I think the people that are really big fans of FIFA 16 are really going to like this game for how it is now. And this is, again, guys, this is default sliders. I know we're the slider, group here that everybody's looking forward to. Grab a set and go. But honestly, this is why I'm playing default, because right now console guys don't have the the patch update for 1, and then for 2, it's also playing quite good. I hate for guys to switch the slider sets right away just because they think they need to, and then miss out on the potential of what could possibly be there. And that's why we always switch to default as soon as a patch update comes out, because we need to see what EA's perception is on what they needed to change. Because if we keep going it saying, okay, well, EA don't know what they're talking about. We're just going to keep our own sliders, and transfer that into each patch update. Well, we're going to miss out, I feel like. Ooh, good deflection there. That was a nice little play. Let's make a sub here. I'd agree with that. Oh, was it? I think it was offsides, actually. Well, they made a sub too. All right. Let's see if we can get something going. High press there on the right. I can see it. Try to quickly. Nope. That's not good. Oh, that's good deflection. That's a good pass in, though. Just going to hold here. Cheeky. Get it out. Good. Benteke, do something with your life. Good. Drop it back. Here we go. We got some numbers. If I can find them on the right. Townsend, nice little move there. That's one thing as well, guys. I'll go to the replay after I try to score here. Let me just go to the replay here. But that's one thing as well. Doing skill moves, I think it primarily happens on world class. But here, doing skill moves will freeze defenders or defending players sometimes. See how he just freezes? At least he tries to recover, because pre-patch he wasn't recovering. But that's something to look into. Maybe that's a slider value, like marking, maybe we can look into. I think it might just be world class that it's happening on, to be honest, but I could be wrong. It could maybe be something we need to look into for the higher difficulties. But again, just a couple things. I mean, it can't be 100% perfect, but at least we have sliders to try to do our best. Here, people are going to say, this is tiki-taka. They're passing it so quickly. Nothing wrong with that. They're trying to get out of their box, and I wasn't really focused on defending. Now I'm in trouble because I'm really not focused. All right, I've got to take Van Aanholt here. Force them to make a mistake. See how that was slightly behind them? Oh. I mean, that's... I have no problem with that. That really was a terrible defensive effort from me. All the way from the back and all the way to my defensive side. And I think I'm still in defensive mode too. So, been playing well so far in defensive. Oh, that's nice. That was a good effort right there. I would love this camera angle, EA. Could we get this? This is my broadcast camera. All right, speaking of which, if you guys don't mind, I'd really like to switch back to broadcast camera. Let's go. There we go. Look at that lovely angle. And I wonder how far down. And this is something as well I've always wished, because FIFA 15, this was something that you could do. You could do custom, and it would honor the values to a high level clicking. But see how I'm going all the way up here? And see how it doesn't change at all? But what does change if I go zoom? Zoom sees it, right? But unfortunately the height doesn't. So I do height and zoom, 0, 0 there. It's still fairly low, but honestly it should be much lower, especially Selhurst Park. They play a much lower camera than that. All right, so we could be in trouble here. I haven't really focused. Oh, great recovery. And we're just going to clear that out. Safe play. Honestly, 0-0 so far. This is a good result against a really good team. Let's see if we can drop back and not concede. Ooh, that's not good. First time shot's going to come. Ooh, nice. Got lucky there. Sacco, see if we can find Van Aanholt. Don't lose it. Oh, good physicality there. See if I can find him. There we go. Slip gonna go right there. A little slip off. Benteke caught in no man's land. Drop it off. Oh, he read that. He knew I was making that turn. Oh man, that was tough. See if I Van Aanholt. He's very fast, so he should be able to recover here. Well done. Crowd appreciates that. And they're still kind of high pressing. I'm kind of surprised. I thought they'd maybe just give me a little bit more space, but they probably smell that they can make a last minute winner. Schlupp here. Pass it off. A little 1-2. Zaha, if I can find him again. Drop it off. All right, Van Aanholt. Yeah, he read that. I couldn't do anything with it. Get it. Nice. Just so rewarding when you defend well. Oh, Zaha. Don't leave him at the top of the box. And again. Oh. And that was crazy. It deflected right back into him. I'll take it. Man. I'm telling you guys, stick skills are completely in use there. I had to do so many different super cancels to try to get that ball. Van Aanholt being pressured. It had to happen. I just had to move so much. And look at that read. Johnny there's knowing I'm going to make this pass, and I have to replay this. I have to reward good defending on both ends. And so, I switched the wrong camera. Anyway, but we can do it from here, I think. We'll do it from this camera. That's fine. This is the true broadcast camera, I feel like. This should be how it really looks, but that's okay. So here, Sako steps up. You can see in the corner of your screen up there, Johnny's reading it, and he sees the pass. He's already moving there. Just brilliant play. And here we're in trouble because we're caught on our heels again. If we can just recover. Van Aanholt, try to stick him there. Offsides? Nope. Not quite. Cross. Ooh, keeper was in a really tough spot there. Here, let's see if Zaha can do something. Drop it off. Find him again, Benteke. That's why you're forward. And you're Benteke. Goodness. Let's see if we can do something. As you can tell, it's pretty much counter-attack football right now. I'm out of position with Sako. Uh-oh. Try to hold him off. Good. Good, good, good. I'm happy with that. Let's see if we can recover. There we go. Just move the ball around. Yeah, they're getting impatient. I love how they've made the crowd super receptive to what's going on the pitch. Oh, Schlupp. He just read me there. First time pass. We're out of position here. Terrible spot to lose it there by Schlupp. Schlupp. Uh-oh. That's the one. Sako could only do so much to keep defending those. What I'd like more of is if we had more crosses into space, you know, so players are truly running onto the cross versus something that they've been doing since, I would say, FIFA 09 is they always head right to the player's head. It's a perfect cross every time. Well, not perfect cross in that sense, just more so that it's a cross that's right to a player's head versus into space, and then the player runs onto it. So I think we try to absorb as much as we could, but now we have to kind of let loose. We have to kind of go into attack mode here, kind of not make passes like that for one. Good read, and I got out of position. Oh, no. They're going to catch us here. Get it out. All right. See if we can do it again. There's your bicycle. First one we've seen. Oh, okay. Second one we've seen. That was nice, though. I'll admit that was pretty cool. But you know, nothing you ever want to see. You know, that often, 2 in a row like that. That's something pre-patch that was happening a lot. I haven't seen it as much post-patch, but of course I see it here when I'm trying to stream or trying to show, you know, my thoughts with the default sliders. And here we go. Got a little bit of momentum. They're going to try to pass it around. That's totally fine. I'm okay with that. As long as they don't just keep doing that up throughout the pitch. Like, you know, I was able to stop them there until... Oh, man. That's a rough goal to concede. Because in quick succession, we've just... Oh, I took off Zaha. That's my bad. Doesn't really matter, I guess. But again, people would say that was tiki-taka all the way. Not really. They just have open players and they're passing to them. I'm not doing great defensively. So you have to really take a lot of ownership there. And I am taking full ownership for that. I still could have recovered. I still could have gotten in front of the forward there. But it is what it is. Wolves are a really good team. They can pass the ball around. That's what they were doing all last season in the championship. Against my beloved Fulham. I remember we lost to them, and then we beat them at home. Oh, no. Passes are going astray here. And then, of course, me as the user, I'm on semi-passing, and so I've got to, like, take a little bit more time. Oh, that's a heavy touch, big man. And that's what I like as well. That's like a really heavy touch from a big man like that. Just came in, nervous to play. Let's see if we can just get something going. Oh, there he is again. Well... We're in trouble now, boys. Oh, nice little touch there. Let's see if we can try to recover. Do something with it. Oh, no. Oh, no. I dragged him out of position. I love that dragged miss shot there. Let's see if we can just get some kind of consolation. Schlupp on that first goal. That was all his fault. Let's see if we can catch up to this one. Oh, nicely done. Cross it in. Big man. Nope. Nope. Not going to be our day, I think. Nice little move. Look how they're passing back. I mean, they know they've got this in the bag. Now they just can be, play some sexy football. Or do that. We will take that. Let's just hit this first time. Okay. That's the big man again. And there you go. That's world-class default sliders. I mean, if you guys saw anything in this video, please let me know that looked off or anything. But as you can tell, these are the matches that are being played. There's really nothing that I see that's terrible there. When we look at the stats, the worst thing for me, no fouls or, one foul. There wasn't a lot of physicality in the game to begin with, but at the same time, we'd love to see more fouls. That is the number one request that I have right now. Low tackle count somehow. I'm not sure how you can get low tackles in a football match, but either way, like I would say from pre-patch to post-patch, post-patch is absolutely fantastic, and it's a fantastic base to start from, and that's why we are using default sliders to start with, and then we're going to build off of that for the little things that can be adjusted. Obviously we're always going to look for more fouls, and I always get excited with post-patch updates because when I see different interactions like this and how the game's playing just on default, I mean, you have to just lick your chops. You're just like, okay, wow, I've got something to build off of now, that I can modify a line setting or something like that, or I can modify a marking setting to increase this chance. And that's the beauty about sliders, is you can jump into different things, and everybody has them, so you don't have to wait for me to figure them out, or wait for the Operation Sports guys. Everybody has them. Thank you, EA. Never get rid of sliders. That's the only reason I buy the game. It is because now we have a chance. Everybody can make a change, click here, click there, and figure out, what happens. After you make this change, what happens? Do you see better marking? Do you see worse marking? What happens? And so that's really the nature of this. This video is really just to show you guys what it looks like, and see where did you see if there were any issues. These are the games I'm getting post-patch. They're playing really, really well. Very dynamic, back to where it's not dribble, pass, low pass, low pass, low pass, FIFA, low pass, Now you're getting variety. Remember FIFA 16 and how much variety there was right from the get-go? The FIFA 16 demo in particular, amazing. And this is how I feel exactly. People keep saying, oh, it's FIFA 18 again. No, as somebody who knows the inside and outs of the last FIFAs, I would tell you it's definitely not FIFA 18. Frostbite engine is definitely part of it, but those animations are smoother, they're more contextual, the player models are better, the ball size is huge, right? It's much better. It's not playing a size 3 ball anymore, guys, and it's reflective in the physics of the ball. So again, I'm glad you guys watched through this entire video, 33 minutes, and I apologize. It's raw and uncut. Makes it easier to upload and get something for you guys. I appreciate you sticking with me. Almost at 3,000 subs. That's crazy to me. I don't post very often. I'm not an everything to everyone type of channel here, but I do focus on the realism, and I have to give EA credit. Corey and Mr. Zaro, the main two guys I tweet all the time, but also the community feedback. Some of the pro players are even loving, how the game played pre-patch. I don't think they have post-patch yet on the consoles, right? So, but just the in general atmosphere of the game is really solid right now, and the community is really solid. In terms of the Operation Sports on sliders, guys, we're going to make very subtle tweaks, but I need more guys to, obviously, when they get the patch update, to then give input. And we always start on default, so that way we can know where we started and where we can go with it. So that's it, guys. Super long video. I appreciate you guys for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave your like, your comments below. Always make sure to share the video. I always plug in Fulham Focus. Please check out my other channel there. You can click on it here in the description and here on this little section here. But please, I'd love support there. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers, so that way we can change the name and make some other additions to the channel. It's something I've been working on. I was put in charge of, and so I really love support. If you guys could definitely support our YouTube channel, even if you're not a Fulham fan. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I appreciate it again for everything, for the messages and the comments on older videos and private messages as well. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the FIFA 19 in general. It's a really solid base, and I can't wait to see you guys playing it. So take care and stay tuned.